Each morning, Sedna returned to the sea. She remembered the stranger who had promised to return and take her to a land where food was plentiful, life was abundant, and they would be able to build a future together. She watched the horizon, believing that one day his kayak would appear again. As the days passed into weeks, hope remained stronger than doubt. Life in the village continued, but the sea was no longer as generous as it had been. The people worked tirelessly to preserve every caribou hide and every precious resource, because with each passing season, the land and sea provided less food for survival. Sedna loved her people, but she could feel their growing struggle. The stranger's promise began to feel less like a dream and more like a possibility. The drying racks, once abundant with food, now stood almost empty. Families shared what little food remained, making sure no one was left hungry. Her father returned from another hunting expedition with far less food than his hunting party had once brought home. He knew every family depended upon the hunters and quietly carried the burden of knowing it was no longer enough. Sedna shared with her father what had been growing inside her heart. She told her father that if the stranger returned, she wanted the chance to begin a new life beyond the village, a life filled with hope, abundance, and new possibilities. Her father listened carefully. If she left with a stranger and his promises proved false, how could he ever protect his daughter in a distant land? Still, Sedna believed the stranger had spoken honestly. She trusted the promises he had made. And so, together they waited. Then, one morning, a lone kayak appeared on the horizon. One by one, the villagers stopped what they were doing and turned toward the sea. Sedna recognized him instantly. Her father quietly watched the stranger approach, weighing the promise against the unknown. With every stroke of his paddle, the future came closer. The promise had been kept. Without speaking, Sedna knew that her life was about to change forever. Though his heart was heavy, her father gave his blessing, hoping the stranger's promise would become the life his daughter deserved. Together, Sedna and the stranger walked towards the kayak. She looked back one final time at the home she had always known. Then she turned toward the unknown, believing hope waited beyond the horizon. The journey began in silence. Ahead lay a new life and a destiny neither of them could yet imagine.